Chris Vanderveer, The Condo Shop, Philadelphia property, 267-344-6200. Video 3, listing and selling your property. Listing a property for sale is an art and not really a science. There are, however, certain guidelines. The first part of the process is for you to select a qualified realtor. Realtors specialize in different things, and it's best to choose one with experience in selling a property like yours in the recent past. Some do condos in certain areas, others do townhomes. Some are involved in selling commercial property. The fit is a property like yours, whatever it is. You will see in the listing ad certain names with a certain property type. And in interviewing the agents that you will choose, or the agent you will choose, find out on the first pass what they are best at. For Philadelphia properties, choose an agent from the city because they know all the nuances of what is going on here. Also, if they live in a unit near yours. The agent you select will conduct a thorough tour first of the property to find out what it's about. Ask you about square footage, improvements, money spent on the property, or anything else of importance. The value of the property could, for instance, be affected by assessments from a condo association or past tax liens. If a building has a high maintenance cost and planned assessments from an association, those situations will drive down the number. So, through careful interviewing, an agent can find about anything and everything about the property that is key to pricing it. Also, there may be amenities in the unit, which may drive up the value. Expensive kitchens, cornice moldings, granite floors, whatever. Find out about those and add those to the price. Once the real interview is done, or the initial interview is done, the agent has to go to work. He or she conducts a thorough analysis of past sales in the buildings and in the units in the buildings in the neighborhood close by. The operative word is close, because in a city, neighborhoods vary on a block-by-block basis. The 600 block of South 8th Street is not the same as the 1200 block of South 8th Street. Rittenhouse Square is not the same as North 22nd Street. So, closeness of the units to your unit is key when doing cost averaging. This is neglected many times by appraisal firms or from outside the city. In choosing an appraisal firm, always choose an appraisal firm from Philadelphia. Typically, suburban appraisal firms are not that up on what's going on in the city. Once a property is on the market for 60 to 90 days, the agent must gather comments on the pricing if no offers have been made. He probably asked people in his office or even other agents that showed the property. If the property has been out there for 60 or 90 days without a bid, it strongly suggests that it's overpriced. Good agents will suggest that you lower the price. Typically this is 5 or 8% on the first time around, although it could be more based upon how high or overpriced the property actually is. You would sign a listing contract with any agent or agency you select. This contract states that the agency will retain a certain commission and have the contract for a certain period of time. The contract can only be canceled by a mutual agreement. Most agents ask for 6 months' time, but most would prefer 12 months. Some clients who are doubtful will give an agent only 3 short months. I call this the show me what you can do contract. If the agent is working hard, he'll typically get it renewed. If not, another agent will take their place. The agent will first post their property to Trend MLS, a multiple real estate listing service, and then send it out to other websites in the real estate business. Our company does this and, of course, puts it on many other websites also. Your agent should host immediately what is called a broker's open. This is a lunchtime event during the week where other real estate agents are invited to tour the property. A week or so after the property is listed, the agents should start managing open houses. In open houses, buyers are asked to stop by, and they are brought in through advertising, usually on a Sunday, to look at the property. In the ideal world, your listing agent, who is your property expert, will be there to greet them. Open houses, as I mentioned, are advertised in local Philly papers or on the ad displays of the major real estate firms. Your agent can also tell all the other agents in his firm about your property, as well as promote it directly to the other agencies in the city. The condo shop has offices on the street and in the condos we sell at. Signage aimed at people walking by, even though it's viewed as old school, is very important and very powerful. Our company can offer that to you. Once a bid is received, your agent can advise you on how worthy it is for consideration. Aside from obvious price considerations, there are subtle nuances that may break the deal. Listen to your agent's advice if he has done many deals. The reason he or she is successful is about completing the deal and getting you the bid that you want. Selling the property is emotional as well as a financial journey. I once had a client scream at me that she would not sell for a certain price because this was her house. While our own property involves our own emotions, to others it is just a commodity to be bought and sold. Agents who promise a really high price to their clients are doing their clients a great disservice. The higher the price, the longer the unit will sit on the marketplace. And of course, no one makes money. If you have a good agent with a good track record for selling houses, then follow their advice on the listing for the price. Pricing in this market is absolutely key. Everyone is looking for a bargain, and no one is paying less. In the past boom, any price pasted on a property would have 10 bidders. This is now not the case. If you are not willing to take less than the asking price, you probably will not sell your property. 10% off is where the discount begins. I've seen discounts as much as 20% off the original asking. Not uncommon. It goes without saying that owners should never be at open houses when potential clients come by. If any client is in your house, it would be best if you were not there. The presence of the owner always puts the client on edge. They want to relax and imagine that this is their property and that the past owner is now gone. They envision themselves in the house. When you see buyers who are arranging their furniture mentally, you know they want the house. Anytime clients are at their own houses, it's usually a disaster. Seen it many times, don't do it. Appearance is always the key to saleability. The more expensive the property is, the more demanding the client who's buying is wanting for total perfection. And this makes sense. Would you spend $1 million to get less than what you want, or $2 million, or even $500,000? Probably not. Especially not in this marketplace, which is so ultra competitive, with many units, with a lot of nice stuff. With the competitiveness of our new marketplace, if everything is not right with your property, buyers will simply walk on to the next option and offer less and less. It's simply a buyer's market for real estate property. End of story. The most important thing to be noted here is that properties should be uncluttered and clean. First, clutter creates an image of a mess, and it's subtracting to the good features in your home. If clients imagine there's a mess in the house, they can't imagine living there. In addition to clutter, if you have huge pieces of furniture in a small room, it makes the rooms look smaller. Please remove them. Replace them with smaller pieces of furniture or less pieces of large furniture. If your decor is what people would call tacky, which is open to analysis, and very different or stylized, just remove some of it and pare it down. Simple and sparse is in. Flowers, teacups, lined draperies, chandeliers with gold filigree are definitely out for most of the new buyers. They like simple, they like modern, maybe an antique here or there. The other and simple effective tip for improving the look of your house is to paint. Typically neutral colors are the best. I've gone into homes with bright colors and my buyers have commented this looks either like Sesame Street or Miami Vice. Light misty colors are okay and always fine. They're not the greatest design option, but it never offends anybody, and offending fewer people who are buyers is a good thing. Again, cleanliness is key. I've had buyers who check rings in the tubs, the kitchen sink, and other appliances. They all seem to have a clean test of some type, and when not passed, the unit may be rejected. Anything that's in the unit, such as ashtrays, dirty clothes, etc. and so on, must be cleaned up. Thank you again. Chris Vanderveer, The Condo Shop, Video 3, Listing and Selling Your Property, 267-344-6200.